सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. So we are entering into the last chapter that we have to know in our life. It's not the last chapter in Geetha. The last chapter that you have to know in your life. Life is a mixture of joys and sorrows. When it's a mixture of joys and sorrows, it's only sorrow. Because even while you are going through the joys, you are thinking of the possible sorrows and the sorrows that you underwent and the sorrows involved while enjoying the joys. What is this life? How can you be enamored with this? How can you be enamored? So it's all a waste. No, if it's a waste, Shastras won't say that. Now, can you live without money? You need money. When you need money and other things, in their procuring, in their protecting, in their spending, can there be peace? You need money, but the money itself becomes a source of insecurity, therefore sorrow. Now what do? Will you leave money? Impossible. Impossible. Even today, people have seen me putting by mistake, some order for shares in Srihit at 82 bachelor. Where will you leave money? Right? Will you leave family? With family, concerns for the family, you can be peaceful. Tell me. What is in this world that can guarantee you security and peace? One thing. One thing. Andhra youth has been murdered last week in Canada. The statement the parents made is, we thought Canada is a safe place. Which part is safe? Today, America, the Brooklyn shootout. You don't even have to go there. Even in your normal life, where is security physically, emotionally? Can you maintain peace at home all the time? If you are maintaining peace at home all the time, you are only robots, not human beings. Robots can maintain. And what is this life worth? Array, we'll have both. Doesn't matter. Okay. What happens when you come to 80, 82, or even at 70, some sickness, some chronical sickness, right? You see before you, everybody eating everything. You can't take sweet. You can't take urga. You can't sleep. With AC, there is another one allergy. Without AC, there is another allergy. What? Is that all life meant to be? Nothing wrong if that's all. Nothing wrong if that's all. What is wrong? Go ahead. But is that all? Have we not seen people who are happy with minimum things or even no things? Tapovan Maharaj didn't have anything. Didn't have anything, not even disciples, not even an ashram, not even cash, nothing he had. Who? He, in 1800s, their family owned the fleet of buses in Kerala. Such a person left everything and didn't have for the 1 rupee for the next meal. If God gives, he will take. Otherwise, he will not take. And he was happy. Today, he has been giving happiness to crores of people. But for him, there won't have been Chinmayaji. Without Chinmayaji, you and I won't be there. We have seen them. We have seen them go through the challenges. We have seen them happy. Kanchi Mahaperiva sleeps in the corridor in a wooden plank. Kings from all over the world will come and prostrate to him. These are all historical. I can tell you Buddha and all that, but when we have things before our eyes, why go to Buddha? So, if that is possible, should we not inquire into that and find a solution for all this uncertain, insecure, restless life, which doesn't depend upon your faculties, which doesn't depend upon your faculties, which doesn't depend upon our intelligence, which doesn't depend upon our shrewdness, which doesn't depend upon our possessions, which doesn't depend upon our family, which doesn't depend upon our social status, which doesn't depend upon our good name or bad name. Should you not find something like that? Shastra says that alone is there. What else is there? Then how am I missing it? You are covering it. With what? All vainful thoughts, born of vainful knowledge, born out of vainful desires. Moghasha, Mogha Karmanaha, Mogha Gnana, Vichetasa, Asurim Chaiva, Rakshasim, Prakritim. You are covering. You need money. You need family. Money is beautiful because Mother Lakshmi. Family is beautiful. Narayana, so many swarupas to love and to serve. What is not beautiful in this world? Sundare, Sundari Lanka, Sundare, Sundari Kata, Sundare, Sundari Sita, Sundare, Kimda Sundaram. What is not Sundaram in this world? What is not Sundaram in this world? It's not Sundaram in this world because you are afraid to die. You have a value for death of that which has no life. You have a value for money more than needed for your survival. And therefore it gives you sorrow. Money doesn't give you sorrow. It is your wrong relationship and evaluation. Body doesn't give you sorrow. There are several people, Stephen Hawking, scientist, he cannot wipe his own saliva. And he was considered, though he didn't get for some reason we don't know, he is considered more than several Nobel laureates. There are two people in near Trichy running a 400 ashram orphanage where these people have to be lifted and put in a chair. They can't. They have no legs. They have no parts. They are running. So body is not a handicap. Mind is not a handicap. Several people, their own personal challenges, personal problems, they still go ahead and enjoy and serve the world. Mind is not a problem. Good name, bad name is not a problem. All these are problems because you have a value for your body. With a bad name, I cannot be comfortable in this society. With no money, I can't be comfortable. Without emotions, I can't be comfortable. You are depending on things that cannot be depended upon, and you say that I have no peace. Depend on the one who alone has taken these forms, who alone has provided these forms, who alone manages these forms for you, who has never left you in birth, in death, in between. Such a loving Lord, with you all the time, in whom the entire world is there. You have no eyes, you have no ears. Geetha is going in your heart all the time. Rasalila is going in your heart all the time. You have no ears, you have no eyes. Why? For you, all the other things in the world are important. We say we are students of Geetha. But where is your mind? In the world, not on the Lord. Are you 24 hours thinking of the Lord and going through the necessary experiences of the world, doing your duties? Are you doing that? Spending all your energies and time in the world and praying to God as a benefit of doubt, or that He may help you. Are you loving Him for loving Him? Is He not loving you only for loving you? To drop these negative thoughts, to drop these false knowledge, to drop these false dependencies, to drop this identification with the body, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, is called Tyaga and Sannyasa. Is called Tyaga and Sannyasa. Once you leave your attachment to results, Tyaga, leave the sense of agency and enjoyership, Sannyasa, you don't have to produce God. God is there all the time. Once you withdraw from the dream, once you withdraw from the dream, do you have to do anything to become the waker? Once you have withdrawn from the dream, do you have to do anything to become the waker? Withdraw your mind from these dissipations of dependence on results because of the feeling that I am the body, I am the doer, and I am the enjoyer. That is the essence of life. That is the essence of Vedanta. Tyaga and Sannyasa. Abhyasa, this is called Abhyasa. Vairagya and Abhyasa. Gurudev puts it beautifully, detachment and attachment. Attached to God, detached from the world. Detached from the world is not to ignore the world, reject the world. Use the world fully, serve the world fully, but don't depend on that. Don't depend on that. Do not try to expect perfection in your physical health. Do not try to expect that you will be peaceful, you have no agitations. Do not expect everything around you in the family, everywhere, everything will be perfect. Do not expect the world is going to find total peace, no wars. Don't expect. They will happen anytime. You can be also involved in that. It doesn't matter to you. The Lord is with you. What is your problem? This detachment, attachment, which Sri Gurudev says, Abhyasa and Vairagya, is the essence of Vedanta, is the essence of living, is the essence of the 18th chapter. Therefore, it sums up in the last verse. It's not the last verse, but technically it is considered the last verse. Especially Vaishnavas say it is Charama Sloka. Sarvadharman paritijya mamekam sharanam prajaham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami masuchaha. Sarvadharman, he didn't say leave everything. Sarvadharman, leave your values to them. Mamekam sharanam prajah. What do? The one who is supporting them, the one who is in you, the fullness, the one who is unqualified. I am in you. Unless you detach from them, you can't find me. If you don't find me, you won't get the best. You want the best? Find me. You want to find me? Detach from them. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam sharanam praja. What will happen? Aham tva sarva papebhyaha mokshayishyami ma. I shall remove all the causes of your sorrow, papas, and free you from all insecurity. Mokshayishyami. Masuchaha, do not grieve. What an assurance. But all these assurances, there are several assurances in Geetha. I love 3, and in that also, one recently I found I am holding on to that. That comes a few slokas before this, 1858. I will tell all. In all the 3 slokas, it's a contract. 50% you have to do. Rest he will do. What is it you have to do? 50%. You only should choose this, should think of this. Otherwise, how will he be able to give you? Your mind is somewhere. How can he give you? How can he give himself to you? You have to choose this. You have to ask for this. Ananya chintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate. He who thinks about me constantly, yogakshemam vahamyam. Half the contract you have to do this. He says, I will take care of your yogakshemam. Sarvadharman parityajya, your part. Mokshayishyami masuchaha, my part. Matchitta sarvadurgani, mat prasadat tarishyasi. All the time thinking about me, matchittaha sarvadurgani, all obstacles, mat prasadat, due to my grace, tarishyasi, you shall cross over. Matchittaha, your path. Mat prasadat tarishyasi sarvadurgan, my path. We don't do our part. That also not a favor to him. You can't help it. You have salt in your tooth and eat sweet. How can you enjoy sweet? Pyorrhea in the tooth. How can you enjoy the sweet? Throw out the salt, cleanse the teeth, then only you can enjoy. So when he says that Ananya Chintayantoma Machittaha Sarvadharman Parityajya, he doesn't want any favor from you. You have to prepare the conditions where you can be happy. Where do I find him? Gurudev said, close your eyes and look inside. I am there. Do you have faith on him? All the time you say, by the grace of Guru, by the grace of Gurudev. If you have faith on him, did you ever try to meet him inside you? Because he promised you. This much is 18th chapter. Now I shall rush through it because there's nothing more to tell. Arjuna Vacha Sanyasasya Mahabahu Tappamichhami Veditum Yagasya cha Hrishikesha Pruthak Keshini Shudana Sanyasasya Mahabahu. Arjuna is addressing Sri Krishna. O great Lord of mighty power, of sannyasa and tyaga. Two terms you have used loosely in many chapters. I could not see the difference. To me, both seem to be the same. Sannyasa and tyaga. And you have used in many places. So please, Ichchami, Veditum Ichchami. I would like to know that. Tyagasya cha Hrishikesha Pruthak Keshini Shudana. Separately, I should like to listen to them. Keshini Shudana, the one who has killed the evil heart, the mind. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasam Sanyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Phala Tyagam Prahuhu Tyagam Vichakshanaha. All egocentric desire prompted activities to renounce them, not actions. Kamyanam karmanam, not actions. Nahi kaschit chanamapi. Not even 1 second anybody can live without action. Tishtati akarma krut karyate hi avashak karma. Therefore, kamyanam karmanam nyasam, egocentric desire. I need this from this. I need recognition. I want to enjoy. I want to possess. I want to be recognized as the doer of this. Arambhad Vadi. Renouncing that is sannyasa. Sense of agency, sense of the doership. And all egocentric activity. You are not able to do it. Minimum you do this. Sarva karma phala tyagam prahuhu tyagam vichakshana. Renouncing all your actions. Attachment to the results. Attachment to the results. Because it is the attachment to the results that produces the sorrow. Do your actions because actions have to be done. Netam kuru karmatvam karmajyayo hya karmana. You have to act. But attachment to results, dependency on the results. How? Possible. Nurse in the hospital. She takes care of the patient. When a patient gets cured and discharged, she smiles for some time. Immediately rushes back into the other room where somebody is dying. That person dies. She is sad for half a minute. That person gone. Next, she attends. This is Gurudev's lovely example. You can't improve on that. That is what is called do your duty. Do not depend on that. The nurse didn't weep when somebody got cured and went. The nurse didn't laugh when somebody died. The nurse was happy when somebody gets cured. Nurse was sad when somebody died. You and I should be like that, will be like that, but don't depend on that. That's called sarva karma phalasya. Minimum say Krishnarpanam. You do not know, you want initiation through gurus. There are two minimum I know here, Kaushalya and Harsha. Contact them. Right? Tyajyam doshavadityeke karma prahuhu manishinaha yajna dana tapak karma nat tyajamiti chapare. Some people say it's not the question of kamya karma, all karma should be left. Because all karmas have got dosha. Because karma is born out of desire. Desire is born out of ignorance. So you have to leave all karmas. Some people say. Some people say leave all karmas but should not leave yajna, dana, tapa. Because that's what will release you from bondage. Yajna, dedicated activities. Dana, that which cuts your ego. Da is to cut your ego. Tapaha, contemplation. These should not be left. Some people say. Some people say, leave all actions. Some people say, leave all actions, but should not leave these. Yagnadana tapa. Some people say, action is an action. Leave all. No question of any qualification. Our Sri Shankaraji he believes in that. That is, every action should be left. But left where with his ego. That's all. It's not that Sri Shankara also says, because he has commented on Geetha beautifully, and he has commented the verses, Nahi kaschit chanamapi and all that. When he says, leave all karmas, egoist. Egoist. Nischayam srunume tatra tyage bharata sattama tyago hi purusha vyagra trividam sampraketi. This 18th chapter is divided into a few sections. Like this 17th chapter, the classification of the gunas with reference to particular activities. Classification of the gunas with reference to particular activities is one. Two, defining what is tyaga, what is sannyasa. Three, to renounce. You have to know what to renounce. So therefore, the karta, the karma, and all that evaluation of activity, the limbs of the activity, the motivations of the activity, all that you have to know to renounce. And then what should you hold? That, how should you hold? So to know what to leave, rajas and tamas. To know what to hold, sattva. To know what to leave, rajas and tamas. To know what to hold, sattva. Half the chapter has been dedicated for that. You and I, without going into the spirit field, the same thing is repeating. 4th chapter, he said the same. 17th chapter, he said the same. 18th chapter, he said the same. That's because you are not trying to listen to the masters. You are not available for them. They are not saying the same thing. They are saying the same thing with different utilities, different techniques. Right? So, as I told you in the 17th chapter, without confusing, how to know which is sattva, rajas, tamas when he is giving so many things? Simple, if it is elevating sattva, it is taking you down tamas. If it is keeping you in the middle, rajas. Very simple. Rajas always goes with dependency on the results and name and fame, and therefore agitation. Sattva, no results, no name and fame, only to reach God, therefore peace. Tamas, no discrimination, he doesn't know what is good for him, what is bad for him, destroys himself. These are the simple factors. Sattva, peace elevates. Rajas, agitations, middle. Tamas takes you down. Why did God create this? Because the whole world is nothing but 3 gunas. Why did he create this mess? You didn't ask these questions. And therefore you won't get the answers. Till you ask these questions, till you get the answers for these, you have no clarity. Once you have no clarity, the Shastra will bless you slowly. It will bless you. Even mechanically, you are sitting there, half the time you are sleeping, half the time it will bless you, but very slow. If you want immediate benefit, think. Only when you think you will have doubts. Ask. Ask the teacher in you, guru in you. He will reveal in the answers to you. That's called manana. That's called manana. Right? So therefore, sattva, rajas, tamas, all are in you. The Kauravas and the Pandavas. The body, the mind and the intellect. Body is tamas, mind is rajas, intellect is sattva. Detached from the body, mind, and tuned to pure intellect. Not Ravanasura intellect or Hitler's intellect, pure intellect. Turn it towards God. So therefore, gunas are necessary because you need a body, you need a mind. Without passion, you can't work. You need an intellect to think. Sattva, rajas, tamas, you need. How can there be creation without sattva, rajas, tamas? Therefore, God created the world with sattva, rajas, tamas. Then how did the problem come? Your unintelligent relationship. God created sattva, rajas, tamas. Your unintelligent relationship gives you samsara because you think there is samsara in this. Sattva, rajas, tamas. You need it, so it was created. Creation, before creation, these three gunas have to be tapped because without body, without mind, without intellect, there cannot be creation. And sattva, creation. Rajas, sattva, maintenance. Rajas, creation. Tamas, destruction. You need all the three for creation. And you need grades. Otherwise, everything, as I told you some time back, there will be robots. If there has to be a world which provides a laboratory for you to evolve, you need different experiences. And therefore, when the world is created, when God took the wax ball and made a horse and an animal and a mountain and a ocean, he cannot make a mountain like the ocean. He cannot make a man like an animal. Differences have to be there. But your false identifications, false relationships, false dependencies give you sorrow. Okay? So therefore, God is not unintelligent in creating sattva, rajas, and tamas. We do not know how to use them, how to maintain a relationship with them. Nischayam srunu me tatra tyage bharata sattama tyago hi purusha vyaghra trividah samprakirtitaha. He starts the three types, sattva, rajas, and tamas, with tyaga. Because he has said tyaga and sannyas are important, and therefore you have to know tyaga. Somebody goes to Kashi, they are supposed to leave something what they like most. Most of the people, 99%, leave Kerala because they don't like it. Some intelligent people leave spouses. That's good. Right? So, tyaga, you should know what to leave, how to leave. So, therefore, he is discussing. Yagnadana tapakarma nat tyajyam karyameva tat yagno danam tapasseva pavanani manishina. The same thing is repeated. Yagnadana tapa should not be left because they are pavanani. They purify you. Through these Yagnadana tapa only, you remove all the obstructions and discover the God that you are. Yetanyapitu karmani sangam tyakva phalani cha kartavyani ime partha nishchitam matamuttamam. Even this Yagnata Dana Tapa, Sangam Tyakva, leaving attachment, Kartavyam, they should be done, and therefore I am doing, not expecting any results. My intentions may be good, but the results may not be as expected. I have nothing to do with that. My job is to do. I am a surgeon. My job is to operate. Whether the patient lives or patient dies, it's Bhagavan's will. I am an instrument. I am an instrument. That way you have, this operation have to be done. I am a surgeon. But whether he will live or die, in spite of me, he will live. That is in God's hand. I cannot decide. एतान्यपि तु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा फलानि च कर्तव्यानि इति मे पार्थ निश्चितं मतमुत्तमम् नेतस्य तु संगेन संन्यासः कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात्तस्य परित्यागः तमसः परिकीर्तितः. The duties that you have to do every day, the obligatory duties, the pancha karmas, pancha agnis, pancha yajnas, rishi runa, Devaruna, Manushyaruna, Bhutaruna, these are the Pitruruna, five runas. You have to do your duties every day. You have to do your duty to God, duty to family, duty to the society. Duty to God, duty to the family, duty to the society. You have no business to leave them. And if you leave them, more know whether I am good or bad. I am wearing kashayam. Everybody prostrates to me. What a lovely life I am planning next year. Right? And that type of tyaga is delusion, and therefore it is tamasic. Leaving your obligatory duties is tamasic. Dukkamityeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayat tyajet sakrutva rajasam tyagam naiva tyagam labhi. He for the fear of bodily trouble. Dukkhamiti eva yat karma karya klesha bhayat tyajat. Karya klesha, bodily troubles. Dukkham, it brings sorrow. And therefore I am leaving. That is rajasic tyaga. Naiva tyaga palam labhet. You don't get the results of tyaga. Because it needs exertion, physical strain. And it gives me sorrow. I leave those things. That's rajasic tyaga. Karyamityeva yat karma netam kriyate arjuna sangam tyakva palam cheva satyagaha satviko matah. Sattvic tyaga is it must be done. Results is not my concern. That is sattvika tyaga. Na dvesti akushalam karma kushalena anushajyate tyagi sattva samavistah medhavi chinna samshayaha. One who wants the best of tyaga should not be enamored by agreeable results or depressed through disagreeable results. He should not get attached to them, like the nurse, like the surgeon. And he is established in sattva, purity, and remembers all the right values. Medhavi. Medhavi is intelligence, also memory. One who remembers all the values, right values. Chinna samshayaha, one who has no doubt about what is real, what is not real, what is right, what is wrong. Such a person who knows what is the world, what is his essential reality, and how to act and how to keep his relationship and the right instruments to use, such a person's tyaga is sattvic. Nahi deha brutam shikyam tyaktum karmanya seshatah yastu karma palatyagi satyagi ityabhidiyate. It's not possible for someone who has a body to leave all actions totally. To leave your attachment to results alone is possible. Oh no, I am the king of the entire conglomerations of nations. They are all under me. So I won't do action. Sir, you have to eat. They can't eat for you. You have to go to toilet. They can't go for you. You have to bathe. They can't do it for you. So therefore, renunciation all actions with the body is impossible. You can only renounce your attachment to result. Anishtam, ishtam, mishram cha trividham karmanah phalam. Bhavanti atyaginam pretya, natu sannyasinam kvachit. For an unintelligent man, he always encounters with disagreeable, anishtam, ishtam, pleasant, mishram, mixed results, and therefore all the time in turmoil because there is no consistency. These turmoils of the varieties are only for the one who has not renounced his attachment to the results. His attachment to the result and also sense of doership and enjoyership. For one who is freed from the attachment to results, from the sense of doership and enjoyership, this ishtam, anishtam, mishram do not bother him. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodhame sankhye krutante proktani siddhye sarvakarmanam. Now he is going to dissect karma in two ways. One, the motivations, the later part. Now, the constituents of karmas. You were talking about a PhD subject, Tyaga and Sannyasa. Why bring karma now? Karma is the basic. 3rd chapter Geetha. You have come to 18th chapter. We are sannyasis now. Why bring again Arjuna here? Huh? And that too going into detail. What are the constituents? What are the motivations? They are given for you only to know them and say they all belong to karma and therefore not permanent. I disassociate myself from them to have sannyasa, to renounce them. These are given not for you to intellectually master them. Oh, this is adhisthana, this is karta, this is karma, intellectual vanity. Not for that. It's to know them and to detach and to experience above them. That is the purpose of giving here, because the whole chapter is Tyaga and Sannyasa. Whatever you read here has to have reference there, whether gunas, whether yajna dana tapa, whether karma, all of them should have their relevance to Tyaga and Sannyasa, and therefore he is discussing this, not for you to do PhD in karma. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodhame sankhye krutante praktani siddhye sarvakarmanam. In the Sankhya philosophy, in the logical philosophy, in the Upanishadic tradition, these 5 are said to be the various parts of all actions. What are they? Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthak vidam vividascha pruthak chesta daivam chaivatra panchamam. Adhishtanam, body. Adhishtanam means support, foundation. What is the support for all actions? Body. It is support in many ways. It's not because you are in the body, body acts. Therefore, it is a support. You are in the body, and body alone acts, talks, moves, hands, and takes and eats, legs. Not merely because of that. All your actions are only to cater to this body. Your emotions are also connected to this the status of the body. All your pursuits are related to this body. Therefore, this is the basis, this is the foundation, this is the substratum, adhishtanam. Tatha karta, the ego. Without the ego, you can't work. Even God, when he has to create, he has to borrow 3 egos. Sattvic ego, Vishnu; Rajasic ego, Brahma; Tamasic ego, Shiva. He has to borrow the egos. Right? But there, he borrows, uses conscious. For us, the ego governs us. He uses the egos. For us, the ego governs us. That's all the difference. But ego you must for an action. Without ego, there is no action. Whether you use it or it uses you makes the difference. Adhishtanam tatha karta karanam cha pruthakvidam. The various sense organs, organs of perception, instruments. How do the actions come? You saw something, you want to get it. You heard something, you want to get it. You smelled something, you want to get it. You tasted something, you want to get it again. You touch something, you want to possess it. Without the organs of perception, there is no action at all. So the organs of perception, vividhascha pruthak chesta, the different functions of the organs of action, organs of perception, stimulate you and try to find fulfillment through the organs of action. And last, daivam. You want to do actions, but there is always a factor that's beyond your control that you do not know. That is called daivam. Daivam, adrushtam, both are same. Adrushtam, drushtam, seen. Adrushtam, you are not able to see the cause of it. There is a cause, but you are not able to see it. Daivam is also that. He who has all your account, manages and governs what is good for you. He provides you. He need not give you what you want. He may give something else, but that's good for you. And he need not give at all. Or he can give something else. Kartum, to do; akartum, not to do; anyada kartum, to do it differently. That's Daiva. That is Daiva. He could have protect the Yadavas from killing each other. He didn't do akarta. He didn't do akarta. Kartum. He protected all the Gopas and Gopis, Govardhanagiri. Anyada kartum. Doing it differently than what we expect, but the better results. Bali, Vamana. As Vamana, he got what they wanted, but no bloodshed. Kartum, akartum, anyadha kartum. That is Daivam. Sharira vang manobhihi yat karma prarabhate naraha nyayam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaha. Be it through the body, be it through the mind, be it through the speech, whatever actions are done, mano, vakaya, trikarana, whatever actions are done, These five are the essential ingredients. Tatraivam sati. Note this, contemplate this. Because a lot of people get into these details, break their heads. He is telling you, I have given you those things to bundle them and throw them out. Not for you to discuss. Mark this sentence. This sloka 16. Tatraivam sati kartaram atmanam kevalam tuya pashyati akruta buddhitvat na pashyati durmatihi. Tatra evam sati, this being so, these five being the causes of action, you not being any one of them, these five being the causes of action, you not being any one of them, evam sati, kartaram, atmanam, kevalam tuya, pashyati akruta buddhitvat. You think you are the actor because of an unrefined, unpurified, unintelligent thinking. Na pashyati durmatihi. With faulty intellect, he is not able to see the truth. And he thinks he is the doer. He is the doer. And what happens if somebody could clearly see those five to be different from him? What happens to somebody who could see those five to be different from him? And he detaches and does his actions because they are neyatam. What happens to him? Yasya naham krito bhavaha buddhihi yasya nalipyate hatvapi na yamam lokan nahanti nanibhadyate. If somebody knows things, he is not the doer. Gunas, prakriti, prarabdha, handled by Bhagavan, is what is happening in the world. Therefore, some people say, Yella vidhi correct. Yella avan sayal correct. Nadupula nee anga vanda. Vidhi correct, prarabdha, vasanas. Avan sayal he is monitoring. What's your problem? You don't exist. You don't know that. That is the problem. Therefore, he says, yes, naham krutaha, naham krutaha. I did not do bhavaha, buddhihi yasya nalipyate. Once whose intellect is not tainted, hatvapi cha iman lok. Even though he has killed all these people here, because he is talking in the war field. If somebody knows this, even if he is going to kill all these people, Kauravas and Pandavas, or probably a president of a powerful state pressing a button accidentally, not with a intention, and lakhs died, that person is not a killer. He is not bound by that action because there is no motive. There is no motive. So therefore, though you are not the actor, prarabdha and God are involved, if you think you are the actor, akruta buddhihi, unrefined intellect, an intelligent man, even if he does, unintelligent man, even not doing, he is bound. Intelligent man, even while doing, because he has detached, he is not affected. Na nibhadyate, he is not bound by that. Right? And now he is going to another discussion. Jnanam, Neyam, Parignata, Trivida, Karma Chodana. Karanam, Karma Karteti, Trivida, Karma Sangraha. Everywhere Triputi. Subject, object, relationship. Whole world lives through Triputi. Subject, object, relationship. That he is going to discuss now with reference to Jnana and with reference to Karma. With reference to Jnana, with reference to Karma, subject, object, relationship. He is going to discuss. Jnanam, Neyam, Parignata, Trivida, Karma Chodana. Why? These are the things that motivate the action. Karma Chodana impulses for action. What propels the action? What propels the action? Jnanam, your knowledge. Gneyam, your goal. Parijnata, the one who knows you. Trivida karma chodana. These are the three impulses, motives behind every action. And these are the motives. Karanam, instruments. Karma, action. Karteti, Trivida karma sangraha. Karanam, instruments. Karma, action. Karta, the doer or the constituents of action. Together is the action. Jnanam, Gneyam, Jnanagamyam, Karanam, Karma, Karta. Jnanam, Karma cha Karta cha Tridhaiva Guna Bhedatah. Prochate Guna Sankhyane Yatavat Sunu Tanyapi. These three also, Jnanam, Gneyam, Jnanagamyam, Karma, Karta, Karanam, all these things are also threefold. What are the threefold? Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Listen to my explanation. Karanam, Karma, Karta, Jnanam, Gneyam, Jnanagamyam. All are threefold. I will tell you all that. Please listen. Guna Sankhyane. In the science of temperament. Sankhya means logic, science. Jnanam, karma cha karta cha trideva guna vedatah prochite guna sankhyane yathavat tatshrunu tanyapi. Those also you listen as I explain to you. We shall do that next Thursday, the rest of it. We have done up to 19. So 20 onwards we do on Thursday. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om, uncle.